Hello and welcome to my collection. I'm Mr. Venom 1974 and this is the Adventure Collection 2 if you want. Welcome to a world of Sierra, and what describes Sierra better than its flagship King's Quest. This is King's Quest 1 for the Amiga, this is the 15th anniversary. This is King's Quest 2, just on a disc. King's Quest 5, King's Quest 6, 7 and 8. King's Quest 1 was a standard adventure, just the typical fairy tale story. You play as Graham, who wants to rescue his princess and wants to be the king, and will become the king of Daventry. What a surprise. In the second adventure it's nearly the same. He rescues the princess again. Not really interesting. It's just standard stuff. In the third installment you play as Alexander, who was I think captured by evil wizard, and you have to escape, and in the other way you have to rescue Rosella, your sister. And this game has a defined schedule, so you have to do something on the desired time. It's not so funny, believe me. It's hard work. In the fourth installment, I think this can be called the first real King's Quest. You play as Rosella in a typical fairy tale world, and I think you have sometimes a little bit jokes and inside gags about the fairy tales, like the Grimm twins and the other things. It's okay, and you have 24 hours in real time to get the good ending. And you can say Rosella is the first Jack Bauer adventure character, but without guns, without torture, and maybe you can call it without fun. Oh no, I think this game was really okay, this game was really neat. If you can get it, it's worth to play. King's Quest V was the first game that took me by surprise. It has a really good atmosphere, a really good graphics, really good sound. The speech version is a little bit strange, to be honest. But it's a really good game. You play as King Graham and you have to rescue the family. It works. It's a very decent adventure. It's a really good point-and-click adventure, of course. King's Quest 6 is a little bit better. It's really on the higher level like 5. You play as Alexander and I think you want to rescue Casimir, something. This is typical 1000 Night Arabic stuff. It's really good, and I think it's the first adventure that has the balls to make fun of the other flagship of Monkey Island. This was really good, and it's really enjoyable. King's Quest VII is really cartoony. I think if you like the style of Don Bluth, it's really that style. The story is a little bit awkward. You play as Rosella and what's the called his wife. You play as the females of Daventry. The story is a little bit strange. I think the Rosella story works as a Disney fairy tale, nothing more. Disney fairy tale without any songs. Okay, where is sung? Believe me, where is a little bit kind of musical in this game. I think this was the first, like 6 was the first with original theme song, I think. And a really good introduction if you have a CD version. 7 is not so good. It looks okay and it has some interesting corny humor, but it's a little bit too stiff for my taste. King's Quest 8, yeah, I call it the Gothic of the series. It's a 3D adventure and it plays in Daventry and is bad as its reputation, but it's a disgrace for the whole point-and-click series. And I think if you're a fan of King's Quest, you will be disappointed like me. Believe me. So, this was King's Quest. Believe me, there will be another Quest series in a few minutes. See you. Welcome to part 2 if you want to, or part 2. And welcome to a world of Larry Laffer. I have to admit I'm a huge LO fan. I think Larry is a decent adventure. It's really that good. But it has so many bad sequels. I cannot tell, but I'll show you. This is the collector's edition. Larry 1 to 5. I think I also, 1 to 6 I see. 1 to 6, and I think I got the Luffer Utilities also on a disc. And it was a strange story. This was the missing 4 if you want to. So, Larry 1 is a classic. If you like corny humor and maybe adult humor, Larry 1 is a great game. It's really interesting. The VGA remake is also really good. I think it's very decent. Yeah, when was Larry 2 and 3? And I can sum it really up. It's okay. Both titles have its style, its class, but it lacks a lot. Al did with number 1 very few some things he want to do different in the part 2 and part 3, and that was not a good thing. Part 1 worked perfectly with all the gags, with all the cliches. 2 and 3, the agent story and something is a little bit off the hook. Larry isn't James Bond, that's a little fact. You will see that. The fifth installment was a nice game. You also played, besides Larry, Patty. And I think it makes a lot of fun of our music industry and for pop culture. I think this is the Larry we wanted. This is really good. 5 is a nice game. 6, Shape Up or Slip Out. You are now in a spa resort, if you want to call it, and you want to have fun. And we know how Larry describes fun. Get them all. And it's okay. I think it's worth it. It's fun. It has a lot of great style and great humor. I think it's okay. It's not better than 1 and 5, but it's okay. 6 is a nice game. 7. Now you are on a boat, on a cruise liner, and I think it's nearly the same like 6. Different graphics, more cartoony. It's okay, but not so good. It's okay, it's fun, it's Larry, a simple thing. And we have Larry's Casino. It's a casino with Larry. Next. This is, I don't know if it was only released in Germany. This is a mixture of mini games with Larry. If you ask me, no, I don't want that. I think it's shit. And now we have Magna Cum Laude. First of all, this game looks like a console game. And you have mini games to get the chicks. And the adult humor is absolutely bullshit. I don't know where L.O. skipped the series, but this title is a disgrace to the whole game, to the whole series. But we have box office bust, and this game is one of the worst video games of all time. Why, Larry? Why? This is a disgrace for Larry Laffer. And we talk about Larry Laffer. Huh? Disgrace and Larry Laffer. Just remember that. So, skip both immediately. So play 1, 5, maybe 6 and 7, but the other installments, not so great. So, this was the second part of my adventure collection. You know where are more Sierra games, and believe me, I will do it in the future. If you like this video, please rate, leave a comment, subscribe if you want. I'm your Mr. Venom 1974, and I'm out to dig something. Sorry. But this is a game, if you hate someone, this is the present, believe me. This is Superman 64 level. Believe me. See you.